Hello and welcome back. My name is Yves Sandfort, VCDX 203, and also CEO of the comdivision group. Today I want to show you quickly how to get rid of the weak cipher problem in vRealize Orchestrator, which is also stated as in VMware Knowledge Base article 213.1619. If you want to reach out to me, you can do so on Twitter at my Twitter handle @Yves Sandfort. So let's get started. What's the issue? With newer browser versions, you can no longer access Orchestrator admin homepages, etc. You will get a weak cipher error from the system. And to get rid of that, the thing you need to do is actually make some changes to the configuration file on the Orchestrator. I'm going to quickly use a putty session to connect to that box. And by the way, this is also all written down in VMware's KB article 213.1619, and if you Google for it, you will find the detailed description over there as well. So I log in as root user, and the first thing you want to do is that you want to actually ensure that you create a copy of the files you are just going to edit, just in case if something goes wrong. It's always best practice to have a clear copy of any file. So in our case, we have two files to worry about. One is an etc. VCO app server, and then the server XML file, and we are going to store that as server.back for a backup file in this case. And we have a secondary file, which is the main configuration file from VRO, and we have to change that for the configuration interface as well. So once we have created copies for both of these files, which is not going to take very long, we are going to use VUI to change these files. If you feel uncomfortable with VUI, you can also download the files, but in reality, it's not that easy. So once VUI is open, you search for ciphers, and then you delete everything which is not actually starting with TLS_RSA. So there should be two records left once you are done. You can delete them simply by hitting DW for delete word, and then you get rid of them. And then you do that same story again for the other file, the configuration file. And again, just get rid of the specific TLS names. And off you go. That's all you need to do for these specific files. Once that is all done, you can basically go back and start restarting the services. Again, both files, the app server configuration server XML and the configuration server XML, both of them need to be changed. And fairly straightforward process. To save it, escape :WQ, and you are good. Then you are going to restart first the VCO configuration service. And once that is done, the second one you are going to restart is the VCO server itself. So that's on one hand service VCO configurator restart, and the other one is service dash VCO server service space VCO dash server space restart. Once both of them are completed, you can actually quickly use top to validate that both that the Java processes have finished their boot up. I would always suggest so, because otherwise you are going to try to use any of the services again, and the system will just actually complain that nothing works. So give them a few seconds until they are fairly low with the CPU load again, and once that is finally achieved, you can actually open a browser again. You might need to clear the caches in the browser, and here you go. Off you go. You can actually log back into the system again, and you should be fine. Thanks for watching. Again, my name is Yves Sandfort. I'm VCDX 203 and also CEO of comdivision group. And if you want to reach out to me for anything, just reach out to me on Twitter at Yves Sandfort. Thanks and goodbye.